Hello, hello, hello. Okay, firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for your patience for me coming live with this. We had huge tech stuff. Basically, my whole Wi Fi just went. Didn't have a house phone, didn't have 4G, didn't have Wi Fi, like zero. But anyway, we move, okay? So I've come to my nearest hotel, literally plugged in as quick as I could, grabbed some water, and then I'm like, I am ready. I couldn't even message my team to let you guys know until I literally left the house and had to pull over in the car. I mean, it was. We breathe. The incredibleness of running your own business and the stuff that happens. So, I think this is a great example of how shit can go wrong and we still move and we go and find solutions. And there was no way that I was not coming live for day 4 of this workshop. For sure not. Come hell or come high water, I was going to be here. So I've literally had to plug myself. This is why I'm so near to the screen, because I had to plug myself right next to the plug, because of course the battery in the laptop was dying and the battery in my phone's low. I mean, it's all good. Hello, my beauties, and welcome to day 4 of the Breakthrough in Your Online Business, the workshop, the 3-day workshop, which has turned into the bonus 5-day workshop. Firstly, and most importantly, I want to celebrate you badasses for coming in and joining us in Conscious Coach. So a shout out to Samantha, a massive shout out to Laura, and a massive shout out to Zara. You have filled 3 first spots in Conscious Coach, which I'm so excited about. For all of those that haven't caught up yet, and maybe you're just watching this, you're like, my goodness, what is Conscious Coach? You will find out more when you watch the replays, but a quick recap is my 6-week live program starting the 2nd week of April, and it's about digging into those unconscious beliefs and really making those inner shift. Like, this is self-development and mindset on steroids. And what you've probably gathered from this workshop is the importance, the potency of doing the inner work before you even can think about doing anything strategic or anything funnels or anything selling sexiness. All of this, you have to do the inner work. So that's what Conscious Coach is, and I'm so excited to celebrate more of you beauties coming in and joining us. Now, don't forget, the competition is going on until Monday. I won't announce the winners until Monday. Remember, it's really important. So many of you are sharing stuff on Insta stories. It's incredible. But you must do the hashtag Breakthrough Business Challenge. Okay, so that's where my team can collate all the information. Also, if you're tagging me on lives on Facebook, amazing, to make sure you do tag me. So I've seen so many and I'm like, I didn't see that. And of course, then all your engagement on here. So if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay so that my team can see you, because that is how we're going to find out who the winners are. So let me just take some water. Today, I want to talk about the 5 reasons why you are avoiding doing the inner work. This is so potent and so important in order for you to activate that next level. And I'd love for you to know which ones resonate with you. I'd like you to put them into the chat box so you can tell me which ones are really kind of relating and resonating to where you are right now. So, number 1, you think strategy is the answer. But if this was the case, if strategy was the answer, if it was the holy grail, if it was the pecan pie that everybody wanted, then everyone would be wildly successful. Everybody. Because if it was one strategy, or if it was just strategy at all, then everyone would be wildly successful. And they're not. So what's the difference? Of course, it's this inner work. And you'll notice that. And I'm not to say, I just want to caveat this by saying, it's not to say that you cannot become successful. There are successful people that have reached a milestone which you would count as successful, because the definition of success is individual, that haven't done the mindset or been conscious about doing the mindset. But the point is with that, they burn out. So I'm not saying you can't get there with just strategy and not doing the mindset work, but you will not feel enough. You won't feel valuable. You won't feel worthy. You won't feel open to receiving more. You'll feel stuck. You'll feel worthlessness, as in your account will be saying something to everybody else. Oh my gosh, she just made 100k, she just made 200k, she made 300k. And you're like, I feel nothing. This doesn't excite me. I don't feel joy. I don't feel abundant. I feel unsafe. I feel like this could all go in the morning. I feel unfulfilled. I feel like I'm kind of on this hamster wheel, just going round and around. And when is this going to stop? When is it going to change? Because what's happening is you're just chasing the next high, you're chasing the next client, you're chasing the next milestone, chasing the next money stripe notification. And that isn't sustainable. There'll come a certain point where you burn out, you're exhausted, you're depleted. And the majority of people, when they get to that level, they're out. They just want to give up. They're exhausted. They're like, I cannot. Do you know how many entrepreneurs I help that come into my world? They're like, Tasha says, I feel so unfulfilled. I just can't keep going. I don't have the energy. And they're like, I've hit the 6-figure milestone and I feel depleted. And I'm like, I got you. I feel unfulfilled. I'm like, what is all this for? Because I don't feel joy. I don't wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, this is my work. I get to do this. I get to transform people's lives. Oh my goodness. Because it's not fulfilling. And this is why the inner work, self-development work, it's my mission to get this message out to so many entrepreneurs, because, and I do blame social media to a degree. I know as coaches and consultants and mentors, we have to take the responsibility onto ourselves that we see so much on social media highlighted about big money milestones and big wins. And listen, of course, financial freedom is on everybody's checklist, absolutely. That's what gives you a freedom lifestyle. That's what enables you to come and work from anywhere and purchase things and live a fulfilled life and not have to worry and stress, all of that for sure. But if it's the only reason you're striving in your business to get to that next milestone, you're empty inside. And that's why I talk about the next strategy isn't what's going to help you feel full, feel joyous, jump out of bed and feel, my goodness, I just feel whole. Like, this excites me. I get to play. This fulfills me. It's not going to happen. So that's the importance of the self-development. That's the importance of the inner, mastering the energetics, what I like to call it. The inner work and the energy work put together is the energetics. Number two reason of why you're avoiding doing the inner work, because you've done the mindset work. You're like, Tash, I've done the mindset work, I've done the meditation, I've done the affirmations, I do the journaling, like I'm consistent with it all. That's enough for me. I've done it. And I'm like, you've only just touched the surface. And I'm like, high five to you, because what you have done is you begin to master the conscious part of your brain, which is incredible, by the way. Well done, you. Which is amazing. The affirmations really tap into the conscious. I can do this. I can make 100k. I can make 200k. I can do this. I can fill out my programs. Yeah, you can. But the problem is the conscious mind is only 5%. What you need to tap into, and you need to go to that deeper level, is the unconscious mind, because the unconscious is ruling the show. We're talking 95% here. We're talking, I always like to use this example, but we're talking about the Beyonce in the girl group. That's what we're talking about. She has 95% of the lyrics of the vocals. Okay? And that's your unconscious. It's ruling the show. And the majority of the time, it's habitual. You don't even realize it. You're like, oh my goodness, why do I feel like this? And until you have the awareness of what your unconscious mind does and how to shift it, you will always keep getting triggered by those same things. Do you get triggered when you see someone on social media talk about money? Are you like, why do they need to talk about money? It's just no need. Do you feel triggered when you see someone driving that dream car? Do you feel triggered when you didn't fulfill that program that you thought you were? You thought you were going to sell out and you didn't. Do you feel triggered when somebody goes, oh my God, I want to work with you, and then they ghost you? Or they go with a different coach or consultant or mentor or online service provider? Do you feel triggered? Do you feel triggered by something that happens in your business and you automatically relate it to you, the fact that you're not enough, you're not worthy enough, it's down to you? This is the unconscious. And sometimes we're so busy doing in our business, in our masculine energy, showing up on social media, doing the lives, creating the PayPal buttons, creating the sales pages, sell, that you forget the whole point of the being, tapping into the feminine energy. And this is where unconscious mind will always control, will always have the power if we don't actually, because the thing is, you can't paper over those cracks. So telling yourself, I've done the mindset work. Yeah, great, that's stage 1. That's incredible, but you're at stage 1. This is stage 2. The unconscious mind is taking it to a whole different, deeper level. And it's going to completely change the game for you in regards to how you run your business, how you do your business, how you serve your clients, how you show up for your clients, how you show up for yourself, your family, your friends, how you show up for money, how you show up for success, how you show up for health. It's going to change. That's why I say that this conscious coach is transformational, because of the different areas it will transform in your life. That's the game changer. So mindset work's just level 1. Now we need to take it up a notch. Number 3, you're scared of what will be uncovered. And I get that. I totally feel that. Because the unknown is scary. Our unconscious mind, it's built that way to make sure that we feel fear. Okay, that's what keeps us kind of in our box. Fear. That's what we're programmed to consult, is fear. Everything we do, that's scary, that investment's scary, that place is scary. Do I do that? It's the unknown. Do I not? Do I date that person? Do I not? Do I invest into this or do I not? Like, it's all fear. But remember what I said to you about holding fear rather than letting fear hold you. And we're scared of the unknown. We're scared of jumping into that next relationship because what if they hurt you like your ex-boyfriend did? We're scared of becoming a mum because it's the unknown. We've never done this before. We're scared of becoming a second mum, even though we've done it. We're like, oh my God, I've never done this. Mum for 2, lark, or mum for 3 or 4. What about the first time you got into your car to drive it for the first time? That's scary. Of course it is. And sometimes when things are bubbling down there, we're like, do you know what? I'd much rather just keep it down there rather than actually put the glasses on and look at it. But for us to heal it, we've got to be aware of it. We've got to see it. We've got to feel it. And papering over the cracks isn't a good enough excuse, because it will always crop up. You may get to that 10K month and then it will crop up. You might get to your 20K, your 30K month. And every single level in business is going to bring a different opportunity for you to work at. I've been doing this 5.5 years. The things that cropped up for me when I first started my business, am I good enough? Will anybody pay me? Will I ever be able to make these milestones? Will I actually be able to make this as a living? Who would take me seriously? Would I actually be able to sign clients, fill programs? Would I? Can I? What? Right? And then as you grow in business, you then start hitting your milestones. You're like, oh my goodness, can I continue with this? Am I good enough to sell out my program again, or was that a fluke? Then you start growing a team. Oh my goodness, can I make enough money to pay them every single month? Oh my goodness, then you start investing into larger sums of money with coaches and mentors. Oh my goodness, right? So there's always going to be different opportunities for you to grow. And for example, for me last year was a whole different level of what I needed to look at, what I needed to review in order for me to grow. And have you ever heard of that saying of, sometimes we go through a breakdown before a breakthrough? It's not always necessary. It's not always reality. Don't take this on if this is not your story. This was mine. I completely had to break down so much of who I was, who I thought I was. I kind of had a confidence crisis last year, as in a new mum. I was used to bossing it in business. Could I boss motherhood as well as be an amazing badass businesswoman? So much was going on in my personal life. Could I be able to navigate, serve my clients, run my business, scale my business, commit to next levels of investments, all while all this was going on? There was just so much that I had to look at, be aware of, and work through. Was it scary as well? Absolutely. Was there times where I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing? Like, why is this coming up for me? Why is this coming up? But the problem is, remember what I said about papering over the cracks? It's like if this wall behind me, for example, let's say there was loads of cracks on it. Well, it doesn't matter if you're going to go and paint it with the most incredible designer paint or put the most incredible wallpaper over it. It doesn't matter if the cracks are there, they're always going to come through. And that's why we need to not ignore, we actually need to look at it. We actually need to have the awareness of it. That's why we do shadow work in Conscious Coach, because we need to look at every part of ourselves, because we are the business. We're the reason our business is running, is because of us. So we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves and looking at ourselves. And when we think about shadow work, what that is when you're putting elements of yourself. That's why you get triggered when someone else can have the balls to talk about money, or someone else can be like, oh my God, I've done this, I just bought my dream car. And why we get triggered, because there's elements of ourselves that we either look at that person and go, I wish I was more unapologetic like she is, I wish I was more confident, I wish I was more braver like her. Or there's elements to that we go, don't like that, that's just really showy, there's just no need for it, it's really flashy. So what we do is all those parts we kind of shove underneath the bed, put it into a dark place, and just, or close the wardrobe on it. The point is, they don't go anywhere. And what they do is they kind of like fester. You ever heard of the sentence, whatever you resist persists? Exactly like that. That's why they keep coming up. That's why you'll have these little triggers and these niggles in your business. It's because you haven't dealt with the underlying belief system that you've had, those years of conditioning you've had. And you just think that by doing 1,000 affirmations every single day, you'll get through it. Listen, affirmations are really important. I kind of see affirmations as a great tool once if you don't have those underlying beliefs, then affirmations are great, because all they do is accelerate how you're already feeling. But your core belief has got to believe in that. You can't just say, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm a millionaire, and then deep down your core belief is, no way, I don't have a good relationship with money, I don't feel that deserving, oh my goodness, I remember when I squandered that, or I maxed out my credit card. Or then of course you're not going to bring in any abundance. It doesn't matter if you say it a gazillion times a day, because you're just talking to the conscious part of your brain, not your unconscious. So that's why it's so important that we don't just shove it underneath the bed and just expect it to just kind of go. Number 4, scared of what success that could actually come from this. Oh, this might be one that makes you go, what do you mean, scared of success? No, I want the money, I want the success, I want the freedom, I want to scale my business to the next level so I can work less and earn more and impact more people. But do you? Because there's pros and cons to everything. Law of polarity. There's light and there's dark. So let's say the money that you'll make, you become hugely successful, you're known, you're like the go-to person, you're the expert. Can you deal with that level of success? Can you deal with the people that are not going to agree with what you're saying? Can you deal with potentially the trolls that are going to come, the opinionated Olivias, the negative Nellies that are going to try and shoot you down? Have you got the capacity to deal with the money that's coming in? You want 6 figures, but can you deal with that 10K month, the 10K month after that, the 10K month after that? So what happens is we want this stuff, but we're actually deep down scared of it because it's the unknown. All of these things that I'm sharing with you, I've either experienced myself or I deal with clients on a daily basis about this. I remember a stage in my business where I didn't actually want to, well, I did, but I didn't. I really wanted to get to that next level in business, but I was scared. This was when I worked on my inner beliefs, my deep-rooted beliefs. I was scared to out-earn my partner because I was worried that may not make him feel valued in our relationship. Even though this wasn't something that I was consciously going, oh, well, I only value him because he makes this much money. Like, no, but unconscious was scared that I would put him out, make him feel not masculine, make him feel not worthy, not valued, not loved. But this was an unconscious belief. I wasn't consciously going, oh, I don't want to earn this because I don't want to out-earn Michael. Like, no, I was like, oh my goodness, I want to make this money. And my goodness, that means I'm going to create more of an impact and change more millions of lives, right? So sometimes we can be scared of success because of how it will make someone else feel. You know, I had a client that was scared to talk about money in front of her family because she related to her mum because of the struggle. struggling with my business, I'm struggling to get it up going, I've got a few clients, but it's all feeling really hard and I've got to hustle, she would then get praise from her mum going, oh my God, you're working so hard, well done. It's like, brilliant. And in that inner child in us always wants to that praise. So we're going to do more of that unconsciously. And then when she did hit her milestones and continuously as our time of working together, she had to face what her mum would say, the judgment that may come with that. And sometimes the judgment isn't what we're expecting it to be, good or bad. But it's not our job to live in the shadows to please other people. It's not your job to not show up and be visible for your business because you're scared what Karen down the road is going to say about you. It's not your job to not show up and be proud of yourself and your journey because of how that might make a family member feel. You know, we can be really smart here and choose our audience. I've mentioned this before about speaking about your money goals and how much you'd like to earn around other people that are maybe not in business and not open to that level of thinking. So sometimes we're scared of success, and another thing that you could be scared of is scared of a life without it being hard, without hustle, without struggle. That was another massive thing for me. Like, can it really be this easy? Can it really feel this fun and enjoyable, and I be truly in alignment and I get to work the most incredible clients? Like, can it really look this easy? Again, we will self-sabotage that because we're scared of the success that will come from it. So these are really good points to make you kind of think on this, like, oh my goodness, yeah. So at the moment we've done 1 to 4. What's coming up for you? Put into the chat box what numbers are coming up for you where you're like, this makes sense, I definitely feel this, or this has made me think more about number 4. Didn't realize I might have been scared of success until now. Or yeah, I'm being honest, I feel like I've done the mindset work. Really, do I need to take it to a deeper level? Or maybe you're like, well, Tash, I've always thought that strategy was the answer. I've always done strategy. What number is it for you? Put that into the chat box. Number 5. Number 5 of 5 reasons of why you're avoiding doing the inner work. The lack of self-belief. The lack of trusting the process and wanting quick wins to validate you. Some juicy stuff here. You're like, what? She's coming with 3 there. 3 in 1. Okay, so let's dig into self-belief. Self-belief is something we grow. It's something that grows, and it grows by looking at what is stopping you. What is stopping the growth? What's stopping you from believing in yourself? Past evidence, past conditioning, past opinions, past experiences, situations, it will all come in. So we need to do that work to look at that, to see what is actually stumping that growth. That's why you're not being able to access that next level in your business. It's because these things are blocking you. And they may not feel like a big cement block, but it's a glass block where you're like, I can see my dream life right there. I can see the next level right now, but you're going up against it. You're like, why is this not? It's because it's a glass block. And that glass block needs shattering. And that's what Conscious Coach does. Grabs up that big hammer, smashes it down, and it's kind of like, I want to break free. That's what it's like, going through that, smashing through that glass block. When we talk about trusting ourselves, this is the ultimate test. This is the ultimate test to see if you do trust yourself. Do you back yourself to go all in? Because it's very easy to go, I trust myself, I know I can do this. But yet you're not backing yourself, so why is that? Sometimes it can be scary to back yourself, but if you don't back yourself, who else is going to? You can't expect your friends, your family, your clients, your audience to back you, your coach to back you. You have to back yourself first. And when we say, no, I trust the process, I trust divine timing, but do you? Because when it's not working out in your true alignment, it's like the universe goes, okay, you say you trust yourself and you trust the process. I'm just going to give you this little curveball to see how you deal with it. And if you're in a freak out, like, oh my goodness, then it's like, okay, we've got some work to do. And now, the quick wins is a massive thing. I mean, I could do a whole live on this, just on this topic itself. But what happens with this is we're waiting to get to that next milestone in our business, whatever it may be, to create validation. We're waiting for that client to say yes. We're waiting for that client to pay in full. We're waiting to max out our group program. We're waiting for thousands of people to join our membership. We're waiting for that client to send you the most incredible DM about working with you. We're waiting for us to buy the dream house and drive the dream car and have the dream life in order to validate you. It's not going to work. Like I mentioned about, you'll get burnt out. And what will also happen, it's kind of like, you know, when you expect something to feel a certain way, and then when you reach there, you're like, oh, is this it? Is this what everyone said this milestone was going to be like? Wow, I was expecting trumpets, I was expecting a circus, I was expecting a band and confetti and fireworks and champagne and everyone to be around me going, oh my God, you're amazing. And that doesn't happen. You know, it's like getting into that dream car. Of course you're excited and you get into it and you're like, oh yeah. But if you don't feel truly enough in yourself, you're going to drive that car, and I give it 24 hours, max 48, and you're like, it's just a car. It's lovely, but it's just a car. You lose that hype. You lose that hit. It's like, you know, people say about taking drugs. When you take that drug and it becomes a hit, and you're like, oh my God, and you're forever chasing that next hit to make you feel good, to make you feel whole, to make you feel like, oh, this was so good. But then guess what? Then you're chasing the next hit and the next hit and the next hit. That's not sustainable. The validation needs to come from yourself. It needs to come from knowing that you are enough, knowing you're worthy, knowing that you're open to receiving, and that you have everything inside of you, once it's tapped into, once it's activated, to then be able to access everything that you want. But that's not going to happen if you're just so busy wanting those quick wins, that quick validation. I'm enough because the client said so. I'm enough because my bank account says so. I'm enough because my car on the drive. I'm enough because the house. Take all of that away. That's when you know you're enough, from your core, from your heart and your soul. And once you master that, once you master how to love yourself unconditionally, not conditionally, by what's in your bank account, how many clients you're serving, or that you got offered this incredible newspaper or magazine or TV deal, you're just enough just as you are. And once you can love up on yourself, once that you truly feel innately know that you are enough, you can't help but your clients, your audience, be magnetized to you. Because it's not what you say, it's how you make somebody feel. It's when you show up and they can feel your energy, they feel that connection, they feel something, they're like, I desire to work with you. They're magnetized by you. So of course it doesn't feel hard, it doesn't feel like cold selling, it doesn't feel like this is hustle, I've got to get this many people, because I'm enough just as I am. I've got the most incredible program. If you want to join it, great. If you don't, that's cool. And can you see that, how I'm able to detach away from that? It isn't the numbers in Conscious Coach or who signs up that makes me enough. I want that for you. I want every single business owner to be feeling this way. And it doesn't need to take you 5.5 years for you to get to this point. If you're just in the early stages of your business, this is the most perfect time to do this. If you're 3 years, 5 years, or maybe you're scaling to 6 figures, or maybe you want to scale beyond 6 figures, this is the perfect time to do this. The fact you're in this workshop, the fact you're listening to this live on a replay, it doesn't matter. There is a reason. I truly believe in divine timing, and my right dreamy ideal clients find me, they're attracted to me, they're magnetized to me for a reason. And that's why the importance of the energy behind what you do, how you embody what it is that you sell, how you show up, the person that you are, is so much more important than the actual action. People think, oh, I just need to do another sales page. I need my website to be a better SEO. I need to show up more and hustle more and do more lives. I need to do this more and do this more and do this more. I'm like, you're forgetting the point. Because how's that working out for you? I'm guessing it's not. So something needs to change. Einstein says, it's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. It's this, it's the definition of insanity. People in their power get the best results. The strategy in business isn't rocket science. And I totally get what you don't know, you don't know. That's why you pay to find out, to learn, to develop, except everything that I've done, everything I teach my clients when it comes to soul strategy. But when you're in your power, you're more magnetic, you're more confident, you stand in your energy, you own your shit, and you're like electrifying. That's how it feels. The real work in business is staying power. It's the self-development, it's the inner work, it's the mindset work, it's being in alignment and showing up, it's figuring out who the hell you are. Who you are. It's being able to be unapologetically confident in who you are as a person, as a soul. That is what business is. And that's why I always say business is the best self-development journey you will ever go on. And don't ever think that you can skip the inner work and it won't catch up on you, because it absolutely freaking will. And I want to say this, your clients need you to do this. Your family needs you to do this. They need you to work on you for you. Your clients need you to be able to show up as yourself, because that's why they want you to work with you. Your clients want you to have staying power so that you don't burn out and have to cancel their calls or have to end your business or not be able to do that anymore. And something that's quite present going on right now is lots more people are talking about, let's cancel this whole hustle culture. And when I agree with this, and I've always stand for this, it's not the hustle, because the hustle lends out to burnout. And I won't go into names, but there's a massive person that's huge with social media that is basically going on sabbatical of her work. She wants to not do her business anymore because she said, I'm burnt out. I was so busy in the doing to get myself to multi-seven figures. I've lost who I am. I've lost the joy. I've lost the excitement. I've lost the love. And of course, she wants time out. I don't want you to get there. I want you to enjoy every part of your business. I want you to feel the same excitement I do. And this isn't because of just who I am. I've learned CEO habits. I've learned how to step into that successful mindset. I've learned how to tap into and shift my unconscious mind so it doesn't stop me anymore. It doesn't block me. I've learned how to neutralize these things in my life that used to be so important. I used to be validated by all of this. And this is the real work. You have to go in, you have to go deep, you've got to work on you. And that is the real work in your business, not the strategy. Okay, this is extremely important that you hear this, you feel this, you know this. It's important that you listen to this and you're like, if you feel called, come and join Conscious Coach. I don't want you to do this because you feel you have to. That is not the energy I want to work with clients with. I don't want you to come from a place of need, lack, scarcity. I want you to come from a place of, this excites me. I want to activate that next level of myself in my business. I want to feel totally in love with myself. I want to feel confident. I want to feel that va-va-voom, that zest for life. I want to feel that I can hold fear. I want to shift these limiting beliefs that are in my head so I can do, be, have, and create anything I want to. I want to feel neutral, and I feel excited to be in this group with these other badasses. I feel excited to be around Natasha's energy and be in her container. I want to be in her world. I'm excited for what I'm going to look like, what I'm going to feel like, what I'm going to vibe like in 6 weeks' time. Then if that is you, then freaking Conscious Coach has your name all over it. If you want the link to sign up, DM me, I'll send you it. And if you have a question about Conscious Coach, then send me that question and I will absolutely answer it for you. I'm so pleased that you have got so much from this live. I'm so pleased that I was able to make the magic happen, get myself into this hotel to deliver this really important message. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Our time for day 5 is 11:11, back to our normal time. Much love, everyone. Go and have an incredible day. Take care. Bye-bye.